Hey guys, welcome back. Pokemon Perfect, like I said, between Hyoga and Astamatitos. This is the quarterfinals of our ADV tour. You guys should check out Pokemon Perfect. We have a lot of tours going on right now and even more coming up. It's still very early in the year. Check out the description for a link to the Pokemon Perfect Discord channel as well as the website. We're going to have another ADV tour and all the other tours, RBY, GSC, DPP, Black White, all coming up this month. Absolutely get involved with that. Pokemon Perfect is the place to play old gens. In the meantime, Asta took game one off of Hyoga. It looked like Hyoga had a real shot in it. He was ahead for a good portion of the game, and Asta had a couple Pokemon like his Raikou that didn't really do anything, but he found a way with his last Pokecoon with Hydro Pump instead of Surf on his Rescoon to get the job done. Can he do it again? Here is game two. Like I said, best of three. So Hyoga fighting for his tournament life. He'll lead with a T-Tar against the lead Jolteon for Asta on the top. And it's going to be an immediate substitute. And that's going to be immediately popped by the Earthquake. I assume that Hyoga is going to continuously stay in an attack here. He might switch up what the attack is, but he very well may just stay in an attack. And of note, the Jolteon does not have leftovers. There's a really good turn for Hyoga. He gets a crit on Swampert, which kills it right out the gate. I don't know if that means that it's a CB Tar locked on Earthquake, or if that was a really good roll or what, but Swampert is instantly killed with absolutely no benefit by the Tyranitar, which obviously favors Hyoga. Here is a second electric Pokemon with, wow, so Asta has two different pokes, two different electrics that both have sub, both presumably a baton pass, and neither one has leftovers. So an unusual team for Asta. They both must have some kind of pinch berry, and he is trying to baton pass a sub and a berry boost to whatever scary sweeper he might have in the back. And here's another substitute poke for Asta. And that seems overly cautious for me. Or sorry, not cautious enough, rather. Overly, I'm not sure what I'm looking for is. I guess he feels overly safe. I mean, I don't know about spiking in front of a Hera there. I guess he thinks he's okay, but Hera could do a lot of damage here. Focus Punch behind the sub, fail Protect, that's going to be a dead Scarm. I don't know, man. I mean, I guess he's going to have a sturdy phaser here. I guess he could have like a Swampert that has Roar. Do you feel that safe with Zapdos? I mean, Rock Slide should not kill you, but it would not feel good. He's going to go Focus Punch instead. Maybe he's just Focus Punch plus Mega Horn back there, and he can't actually do anything meaningful to the Zap. Maybe Hyoga did make the right play by getting Spikes down. Spikes are a good thing. The question is, how much damage will this Heracross do? Thunderbolt gets a crit that it did not need. We'll pop the sub. Focus Punch actually still does a lot despite the resistance there, and no boost from Hera, but yeah, I mean, he just hits that hard. 51% Focus Punch. Here's Jolteon. Great prediction for Hyoga to nail that with the Toxic as opposed to go Thunderbolt again. That was really good, so Jolteon going to be very crippled. He doesn't even have lefties, so Jolteon is not going to be around for much longer. I don't know about the Protect. It seems to work out in this instance, but I don't know what the follow-up play is. The problem is that you're going to put Jolteon momentarily in range of its berries, so you have to be really careful now with how you switch. It is just a Thunderbolt again. It's going to blank on a Flygon. That part's fine, but that's not the part he should be worried about. It's the berry, but he's just going to die to the Toxic, so Hyoga maneuvers around that really, really well. He manages to Toxic Sand stall him out. The Jolteon doesn't do much of anything. Hyoga looks pretty in control of this game. Heracross going for those aggressive Mega Horns. He's got a Pinch Berry. That's a third poke with a Pinch Berry. For him, it's a Salic Berry to up the speed. Mega Horn on Moltres, 60% despite 4x resist, thanks to a critical hit. But Moltres does live anything here other than a Rock Slide. There's a normal Mega Horn doing only 29%. Interesting that he goes for Roar, but it should work out fine. Hera's going to be dead to the Spikes on the way in. This does give Aster fodder. I think that he did that because Moltres must have had Fire Blast as opposed to Flamethrower, and he didn't want to risk the miss, so that makes sense to me. And here comes the Zapdos making its reappearance. Again, it does not have lefties. It's got to have some kind of Pinch Berry in the back. He's going to go for the sub here as T-Tar comes in. Full team's been revealed for a few turns here for Hyoga. Still an unknown poke in the back for Asta. T-Bolt, Rock Slide respectively. Rock Slide going to connect. It would be a poor time for a miss. Sub is going to get popped. Zapdos in the red. And he's got a Lychee Berry, interestingly enough. Here comes Moltres. And great prediction again for Hyoga. Gets that in against a physical attacker, which ends up being a last poke T-Tar for Asta, which does not have lefties. He might be holding a Lumberry in this situation, but it does not appear to be a DD sweeper. He goes Focus Punch, and he gets out-predicted by Hyoga, who goes for the HP Grass to stop it dead in its tracks. Hyoga seems to be one step ahead this whole game, and there's the knockout. Asta down to just the Metagross and the very low, no-lefty Zapdos, and Asta once again going for the exact same strategy that he went for last game, which is to fodder off right here, right now, go down to his last poke, and hope that the last poke can get it done. But he's got a tall order in front of him. There is no bulky water for Hyoga, so there is a chance, but the Metagross here is going to have to clear through 5 different Pokemon for Hyoga. I've seen stranger things happen, but it's a tall order for him to do. The first order of business, he has to specifically be a Gilgross. He has to not die to the Flygon Earthquake here, and he should be able to live 1. And then he's going to have to crit the Flygon. So just to survive this whole ordeal, he's going to need some things to go his way. He's going to need a critical hit here, probably, unless this is, I mean, it's a Protect Flygon. It's got bulk to it. Wow, and he gets it. He gets exactly what he needs. He gets the critical hit here. He's still not out of the woods. He still needs to not miss Meteor Mash here. I mean, there's a lot of things that could still not go well, but I mean, that was a pretty clutch crit. Meteor Mash could have just missed, or it could have hit but not crit. He specifically needed to hit and crit, the odds of which are very, very low, but he got there, and he gets there on Zapdos as well. Okay, Blissey, I don't know about that, but I mean, I guess it doesn't make a difference. Basically, she just needs to dodge a Meteor Mash here. Earthquake, I don't think, is enough. And Meteor Mash hits her as well. That shaky 85% accuracy has been very reliable so far. It's actually just going to come down to Moltres here, because T-Tar died to Earthquake, so Moltres needs to dodge a Meteor Mash. And it does not. Asta gets every single break that he needs at the end, and now that T-Tar just dies to Earthquake, Asta is going to steal this game out of nowhere. He gets exactly what he needs. He crits the Meteor Mash. He has the 1-turn window to do that. He connects with the crit, gets it exactly when he needs it, and then he has 3 more opportunities after that to miss a Meteor Mash and lose the game, and every single one connects. Definitely with a little bit of luck at the end, the Agila meta for Asta is going to clean this up. It catches every single thing that it needs, and it donks Hyoga out of this tournament. Now, granted, if Hyoga had won this game, which I'm going to go ahead and say that he probably should have, it would have gone to a Game 3. Who knows what would have happened there? Asta still may have won the series, but he is going to steal this and win it in 2, as opposed to forcing us to a Game 3. He will be in our semifinals. Don't want to reveal who else is there because I've got another set from this exact tour and this exact round coming up next. But in the meantime, if you enjoyed this series, leave a thumbs up. I'd love to hear your comment, and I will see you guys for the next set.